morning, boys and girls. Welcome back. Let's get started with our math lesson. So let's read our word problem together. Sarah had 140 beads. She received 30 more beads from her mom. She used 45 to make a bracelet. How many beads does she have left? So our first step is to reread our question. What are they asking us for? They're asking us how many beads does she have left? Let's box all of our keywords so we can remember what they're asking us. What do they want us to do? So she had 140, so she had that. Then she received 30. What does received mean? When you receive something, when you receive a present during Christmas time, do you have more? Do you receive something? Do they give it to you or do they take it away? Okay, great. You receive it, so that means you get more, you add more, they give you more gifts. So she had 140 and 30 more beads. So that's what she started with. So let's go ahead and write that down. So she started with 140 and 30 more. That's what she started with. Okay? Now, it says she used 45 to make a bracelet. What does the word used mean? What is that word? When you use paper towels, when you use anything, do you have more or do you have less? Okay, great. You have less. You use something, you have less. So that's what the 45 is right here. And then the question says, how many beads does she have left? Well, we don't know that. That's our unknown variable. So that's our result. We don't know our result yet. So we're going to put a question mark for that right now. So now we know what she started with, but we don't know her result. We don't know how many she has left. So let's use our area model to figure out how many does she have. So she had 140. She had 140. And she had 30 more beads. So we said that the word more means you have joined something together. So we're going to join 140 and 30. And it equals our unknown variable. We're going to use x. Or let's use our question mark. So 140 more, we said, let's review our vocabulary. Are we going to add, divide, subtract, or multiply? If we said more, we're going to, okay, great, we're going to add. So 140 plus 30 equals x. Okay? So now let's work it out. 140 plus 30. Remember last week we reviewed our ones, tenths, and hundredths. The zeros represent our ones. The 4 and the 3s are tenths. And the 1 is in the hundredths place. Okay? So 0 plus 0 is 0. 4 plus 3 is 7. And the 1, you bring it down, so 1 plus 0 is 1. So now we know she has 170 beads in total. That's how many she has now. She has 170 now. So let's go ahead and erase what she started with, because now we know that 140 plus 30 equals 170. But wait, let's go back to our word problem and reread it. It says that she used 45 to make the bracelet. So what does that mean? So 170, if you use something, it's less. You're taking away. You don't have any more. So the word used means to subtract. So 170 minus 45 equals our y. Okay? So now, let's do 170 minus 45 equals our unknown, which is y. Okay? So we need to figure out what number do we have to subtract. No, what number is going to be our result when we subtract 170 minus 45 equals our y. So let's set it up. 170 minus 45 equals, let's find out. First thing, you subtract your ones. So you have to borrow from the 7. That makes 6. This makes 0, converts to a 10. So 10 minus 5 is 5. 6 minus 4 is 2. And 1 minus 0, we borrowed it. So it's 25. So now we know that she has 125. So y equals 125. But you know what? Let's double check our work. Now we're going to use this other form to solve our problem. And remember last week we reviewed, this is worth 100, our 100 blocks. And we're going to do 7 tenths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 100. So that's 100. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 170 minus 45. Let's make our 45. Let's make some room right here. So we have 1, that's 10, 20, 30. No, Missy, let's subtract 45. So each of these is 10. So we're going to subtract. We're going to take one away. That's 1. That's 10, 20, 30, 40. And since we don't have ones, we have to break a 10. And we're going to substitute the 10 for 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need 45. We already took off 40. So now we're going to take away 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're left over with 120. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 125 gives us our answer.